Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we are reviewing the Origin Adapt Hybrid. This is a 12.5-inch hybrid mattress made of polyfoam pocketed coils, all wrapped up with a plush quilted cover. The company claims to use proprietary technology to create orthopedic pressure relief and allow for sleep up to 10 degrees cooler. These are pretty bold claims, especially at this price point. Can the Origin live up to those claims? And how good can a $629 mattress really be? In today's video, we're putting the Origin to the test to find out. Here we have the performance scorecard that came from our objective and data-driven tests. As you can see, the mattress has outstanding performance in motion transfer and in its company policies with scores of 9.5 and 10 respectively. It also earned an 8.7 for edge support, an 8.5 for sex, an 8.6 for off-gassing, and an 8.0 for pressure relief. From there, the worst performing categories were response time with 7.9 and cooling with a 7.0. Altogether, the Origin Adapt Hybrid earned an overall performance score of 8.37, which ranks it a notch below the average score of 8.55. Technically, it's among the bottom 29% of all mattresses tested to date, but to be fair, its price is less than half the average mattress as well. The Origin Adapt comes in a single firmness, 7 out of 10, where 10 is the most firm. This gives the mattress a slightly firm feel. A mattress with this firmness is suitable for many types of sleepers, but especially those who sleep on their back and stomach. Next, we're going to talk through what the Origin Adapt Hybrid does best. First, the mattress has extremely low levels of motion transfer. This is great for couples, especially those sensitive to their partner's movements during the night. Second, the Origin Adapt has an incredibly low price. For $629 at the time of recording this video, a queen-size Origin is 57% less expensive than the average. Third, the company offers a long trial and long warranty period. You have a full year to decide if you want to initiate return, and it also includes a lifetime warranty. However, not all mattresses are ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Origin Adapt Hybrid. First, the mattress has a fairly slow material response. This can make it feel sluggish and more difficult to move around on. Second, the Origin Adapt doesn't have great cooling. The foam layers used in the mattress retain more heat than average, but heat does dissipate a bit quicker too. Last, the firmness may prove to be a bit much for lighter weighted sleepers. The pushback can create poor spinal alignment if the body isn't able to sink down far enough, especially for side sleeping. Your body weight and sleeping position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Origin Adapt Hybrid is good. During our test, I felt well supported in all sleeping positions. The mattress is equipped with an 8-inch support layer. This is 0.08 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.92 inches based on all of our tests to date. The coil unit uses 2,040 individual coils and is zoned, meaning it creates more support in the center third of the mattress and less support at the head and foot. This helps to bring the spine into a more neutral alignment, reducing pressure points and improving the total support experience. According to Origin's product page, the comfort foams are supposed to be cut to create additional zone support. However, these zonal cuts and patterns in the foams were fairly minor, in my view. They were glued so tightly to other layers, they were compressed in upon themselves, and in some cases were missing entirely. Suffice to say, not ideal, but also not unexpected at this price point. Moving on, the Origin Adapt created good pressure relief, which helps ensure you can lie in the same position for an extended period of time comfortably. The mattress has a slightly firm feel, which is appropriate to most body types and sleeping positions. However, lighter weighted side sleepers should consider if a slightly firm feel is too firm. For many lighter weighted side sleepers, it will be. Overall, I'm pleased with the support dynamic, and I expect it will be more than sufficient for sleepers up to 300 pounds per side. Based on all my tests to date, an analysis of the materials, and my subjective experiences, I'm confident most sleepers will find support on the Origin Adapt Hybrid is excellent. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At Nap Lab, we test each mattress by analyzing according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have our cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allowing it to absorb body heat. Then we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better, as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Origin Adapt Hybrid has fair cooling. During our test, I felt a moderate level of heat retention around my body. The mattress retained more heat than average and seemed to struggle with breathability through the foam and other comfort layers. That said, the hybrid design is certainly helping to bring more airflow into the mattress. In addition, Origin's product page states the mattress uses a cooling snow tinsel pillow top. In our testing, I did not feel that this cover created any notable level of cooling sensation. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 91.9 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 2.0 degrees warmer than the average of 89.9 degrees based on all of our tests to date. After getting off the mattress, the temperature declined by 5.6 degrees from minute 0 to 1, which is 0.9 degrees cooler than the average 0 to 1 minute decline of 4.7 degrees. When I consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of the materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is fair. For the Sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel that you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. The Origin Adapt Hybrid has moderate sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 2.02 inches. This is 0.19 inches less sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.21 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress creates a balanced body contouring hug and has more of a memory foam feel. That memory foam is more traditional and takes several seconds to form to the shape of your body. That said, the layers of polyfoam within the mattress help to balance out the overall feel, so the hug and contour of the memory foam isn't excessive or overly dramatic. In addition, the quilted cover is quite densely packed. Overall, it's a balanced feel that I think most sleepers can enjoy. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Origin Adapt Hybrid has very low level motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 6.11 meters per second squared. This is 30% less motion transfer than the average of 8.67 meters per second squared. The comfort layer is 4.5 inches thick, which is notably thicker than average. All of that extra material helps to absorb and disperse energy. In particular, the memory foam and wool within the quilted cover seem to be having a strong positive impact on motion reduction. In general, both memory foam and wool are great materials that help to reduce motion. The wool's looser composition provides both comfort and energy absorption. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.15 seconds. We do see a modest secondary spike from 0.43 to 0.65 seconds, but motion declines notably thereafter, and by 1.20 seconds, we've returned to near zero levels. The motion duration is a good bit longer than is ideal. Even so, it's hard to complain too much as the motion intensity is well below average. When we consider the motion transfer performance in relation to the price point, it's all the more impressive. Overall, I'm pleased with this level of motion transfer and don't expect it will be an issue for most sleepers. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent any type of a stuck feeling. The Origin Adapt Hybrid is a mixed bag for material responsiveness with a fast, mostly response time and a moderate, fully recover response time. In our mostly recovered test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.5 seconds, which is 0.1 seconds slower than the average of 0.4 seconds, based on all our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 1.2 seconds, which is 0.21 seconds slower than the average of 0.99 seconds. The Origin Adapt is a tale of two material types. The polyfoam and coils within the mattress spring back to shape effectively instantly, which is a major reason why the mostly recovered response time is fairly quick to recover. However, the wool and memory foam layers are considerably slower. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measured the maximum depth the ball sinks to before bending up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Origin Adapt Hybrid has a moderate level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 9.26 inches. This is 0.32 inches more bounce than the average of 8.94 inches based on all of our tests to date. The material design within than the Origin is complex, with some materials increasing bounce and others reducing it. The memory foam and wool are both absorbing energy and reducing bounce, which also reduces motion transfer. However, the coil unit and polyfoams are more responsive and serve to increase the level of bounce. When combined together, they create a more balanced and even feel, which is why we see a bounce level that's just a touch more than average. Bounce at this level is a good middle ground. It's high enough to help facilitate easy movement and sex performance, while not being so high as to create undue motion transfer issues. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sinkage while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Origin Adapt Hybrid has excellent sitting edge support and good lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 3.5 inches. This is 0.46 inches less sitting sinkage than the average of 3.96 inches based on all of our tests to date. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt the support was good in all sleeping positions. The Origin Adapt is equipped with reinforced edge support coils, which clearly have a strong positive impact on both sitting and lying edge support. In addition, the mattress has a thicker comfort layer than average and a thicker total profile height than average. That extra material helps you create more robust support on the mattress in general, which extends to the edge support as well. Overall, I'm pleased with this level of edge support, especially considering this price point. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edges are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Origin Adapt Hybrid has good sex performance. First up, let's talk about the positives. Noise is minimal, pressure relief is good enough, and edge support is excellent. With just 3.5 inches of sitting edge sinkage, the edge is robust and supportive, ensuring it's a usable part of the mattress for amorous activities. Moving on, with a middling performance, we have a bounce at 9.26 inches. It's enough to earn a good score, but it's also far from amazing. Even so, at 9.26 inches of bounce, it should be enough to facilitate reasonably good sex performance for most couples. Last but not least, we have cooling, which only earned a fair score. Certainly, we would have liked to have seen better cooling performance, but it's also not a huge issue for amorous activities, and I expect for most couples, it will be a relatively minor issue. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Origin Adapt has a good level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt no notable pressure points in my body. I found the mattress to be comfortable and created sufficient pressure relief. Nevertheless, it is clear there's room for improvement. While pressure relief is good, it's also far from amazing. Even so, I'm hard-pressed to complain too much. This is an incredibly budget-friendly mattress, and given its pressure relief and overall performance in relation to its price point, it remains a solid value. The mattress is equipped with 4.5 inches of comfort material, which is 0.23 inches more comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.27 based on all of our tests to date. I was pleased with the relative quality level of the foam used in the mattress. While the foams are far from amazing in terms of quality, they are still reasonably good, especially considering the price point. The mattress has a surprisingly dense feel, especially in the quilted cover. Said quilted cover is densely packed with material, which should help to improve comfort and pressure relief over time. In our objective pressure mapping test, we measured a max PSI of 0.75. A 2.0 PSI is the high pressure point, and the Origin Adapt came nowhere near that level. When I consider our objective pressure mapping test, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experience on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be good. To evaluate off-gassing, we assessed the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitored the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with a less strong smell and or a smell that dissipates more quickly are better. The Origin Adapt Hybrid had a strong smell upon the initial unboxing. The mattress smelled for 5 days. This is 1.8 days shorter than the average smell duration of 6.8 days. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, and country of origin. Origin mattresses come with a 365-night trial period and a lifetime warranty. Shipping returns are both free. So, should you buy the Origin Adapt Hybrid? This is almost solely going to come down to budget. At under $700 for a queen, the Origin Adapt Hybrid is not bad when you consider the price. Motion transfer in particular is quite low and will allow for less disturbances between you and your partner. Furthermore, the mattress is fairly good for sex. Together, these factors make this a good mattress for couples. On the other hand, cooling performance is not amazing, so those sleeping in warmer climates may not enjoy this one. But on the other hand, the company offers a full year trial period and a lifetime warranty. So you're risking very little except for a little bit of your time and effort. Altogether, this isn't a bad mattress considering the price point. This is the fourth best scoring mattress we've tested to date at the $629 price point. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. And yet, it remains a good value for the money. Well, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the Origin, we've got a link in the description. For more from NapLab, be sure to subscribe, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.